What if the United States went to war over Greenland? At first, the idea sounds absurd. Greenland has no army capable of fighting a superpower. It has no tanks, no missiles, no fleet. But this question misunderstands the reality of modern geopolitics, because a war with Greenland would never be just about Greenland. Greenland is an autonomous territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. That single fact changes everything. Any military action against Greenland would legally be an attack on Denmark, and Denmark is a member of NATO. That means such a conflict would immediately trigger the most serious clause in the alliance, collective defense. In simple terms, the United States would not be fighting Greenland, it would be confronting its own allies. This is why a direct war scenario collapses almost instantly. But let's imagine pressure escalates. Instead of tanks and soldiers, the conflict would begin in quieter ways: diplomatic pressure, economic leverage, strategic agreements rewritten, increased military presence under the banner of defense. In the 21st century, power rarely announces itself loudly, it surrounds. Greenland would become a zone of influence, not a battlefield. Airspace control, radar systems, missile defense, and Arctic monitoring would dominate the conversation. The United States already operates a major base there. Any escalation would likely focus on expanding strategic control, not occupation. And then there is the most important factor: the people. Greenlanders have repeatedly said they are not for sale. They value self-rule, culture, and the right to decide their own future. Any attempt to impose control without consent would create resistance, political, legal, and social, even without weapons. History shows that modern conflicts rarely end well when local populations are ignored. So what would the world see? Not warships firing at ice-covered cities, but a crisis of alliances, NATO unity tested, international law questioned, global trust damaged, markets shaken, rivals watching closely. In reality, a war between the USA and Greenland would be irrational, self-destructive, and globally destabilizing. That's why it won't happen. The real struggle over Greenland is not about invasion, it's about influence, access, and power in a warming Arctic. In the 21st century, wars are less about conquering land and more about controlling what that land makes possible.